Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned investor in need of a refresher, reading some of the best investing books is a great way to sharpen your knowledge. So, here is a list of investment books every investor must read. Number 1 is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. The greatest investment advisor of the 20th century, Benjamin Graham taught and inspired people worldwide. Graham's philosophy of value investing, which shields investors from substantial error and teaches them to develop long-term strategies, has made The Intelligent Investor the stock market Bible ever since its original publication in 1949. Number 2 book is Beating the Street by Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch is one of the most successful stock market investors and hedge fund managers of the past century. He started as an intern at Fidelity Investments in the mid-1960s. Nearly 11 years later, he was tasked to manage the Magellan Fund, which at the time had close to $18 million in assets. By 1990, the fund had grown to a whopping $18 billion in assets with nearly 1,000 stock positions. During this time, the fund boasted average returns of more than 29% per year. Beating the Street allows the reader to peek into Lynch's mind and thought processes in terms of deciding whether to buy or sell a stock. Lynch believes that an individual investor could exploit market opportunities better than Wall Street and encourages investors to invest in what they know. Number 3 investment book is The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by John C. Bogle. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing is the classic guide to getting smart about the market. Legendary mutual fund pioneer John C. Bogle reveals his key to getting more out of investing. Low-cost index funds. Bogle describes the simplest and most effective investment strategy for building wealth over the long term. Buy and hold, at very low cost, a mutual fund that tracks a broad stock market index, such as the S&P 500. Number 4 is A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton G. Malkiel. Ask very well-read investor and they'll tell you that it's a must-read. By guiding you through the dot-com crash, Malkiel gives you a highly informative guide to managing your own investment portfolio, or at least understand what your broker is doing confidently. Number 5 book is The Investment Answer by Daniel C. Goldie and Gordon S. Murray. In The Investment Answer, Goldie and Murray provide a general guide to investing by focusing on 5 decisions every investor has to make. These include whether to invest alone or with a professional, how to allocate among stocks, bonds, and cash, and when to sell or buy assets. Murray, a Wall Street veteran, and Goldie, a financial advisor, keep their guide brief and jargon-free for any investor experienced, beginner, and everyone in between. My number 6 book is Common Stocks and Uncommon Profits by Philip Fisher. This is a Buffett-endorsed book which he regards as life-changing. Fisher's Common Stocks and Uncommon Profits emphasizes that fixating on financial statements isn't enough, you also need to evaluate a company's management. He outlines 15 things to look for in. Although first published in 1958, Fisher's insights are still just as useful and his philosophies just as relevant today. Number 7 is The 5 Mistakes Every Investor Makes and How to Avoid Them by Peter Malek. While many investing books focus on what to do, Peter Malek's book helpfully points out what not to do. The 5 Mistakes Every Investor Makes and How to Avoid Them offers readers a primer on the market's risks. Malek then explains how to avoid those pitfalls, such as letting one's biases cloud decision-making. The book is short, sweet and to the point, yet informationally dense. Number 8, last but not least is The Great American Dividend Machine by Bill Spatrino. Bill Spatrino was just an ordinary accountant more than 20 years ago when he discovered the best investment secret ever. Bill calls his secret the dividend machine, and he has been sharing his secrets with hundreds of thousands of investors who have subscribed to his popular Dividend Machine newsletter, rated by Hulbert Digest as the #1 low-risk investment letter. But many readers asked Bill to write a book about his secret and how ordinary investors can become millionaires just like him. Would you recommend any other investment books? Which ones? Let me know in the comments.